This week we use 3 different navigations and a huge lump of wood, and we finally get to Leeds. First, the Calder and Hebble.
Now, according to the map, I've got to do a sharp right-hand turn. If I go the wrong way, I'll end up on the Rochdale Canal, and that is in the opposite direction to Leeds. So I'm following signs to Wakefield. It's a great old building, isn't it? Nice to seeing used. Cooper Bridge floodgates, this is it, I think. Goodness me. Well, that snuck up on me. And it is, I was going that direction and I need to basically double back on myself. The walkway's pretty good at turning. So there's a sign, if you're coming from the opposite direction, telling you that Wakefield is this way. But from my direction, you don't see it until you passed it. But that's okay. We can reverse. Ooh. And there's a wide beam just as you come in. Excellent. Right, here we go. Calder and Hebble navigation. I'm assuming I'm safe on this bit because I'm going through a floodgate that will get closed in times of flood. Lady coming out to feed her geese. There we go, there's the marker board telling us how deep the river is, whether or not we can go. And as you can see, we're in the green, it's safe. In that silver car. She bought this lockkeeper's house derelict 18 months ago. It's absolutely gorgeous. She's done such a good job. Can I introduce you to the Calder and Hebble Spike? It's a great big bit of heavy hardwood, tapered at both ends. And I need this to work the lock. Good Lord. Hey Charlie, should we go and use the lock? Come on in. She's very keen. Right then. So, this lock is empty. I need to fill it. See this really weird mechanism? You get your spike. It's designed to fit perfectly in the hole. And then, I think you just lever it down. Due to the length of the lock compared to Wattway, to keep well away from that sill marker, I put her in at an angle and then panic. Looks like he's wearing a frilly tutu. As I am to the sill. And I'm only 57 foot. Goodness knows how 60 footers get on here. So, out of my first Calder and Hebble lock that needed a spike, and I've had a little gander, so if I go left around this corner there's somewhere to stop so I can come and close the gate. So there's the lock landing where you moor up and then you go up the slope, walk back and close the lock gate. So as you go along the Calder and Hebble navigation, every now and again there's a lock and then a safe haven for when it goes into flood. You normally get, it's not going to go into flood in like 3 minutes. You're going to get, if it's raining, you know, get yourself somewhere safe because the river will shortly go into flood. But it doesn't whoosh up like a big ball wave. Cormorant City, it would appear. I was just thinking, oh look, it's really rare to see a cormorant. There's one on that lamppost. There's one on that lamppost drying its armpits. And there's one on that lamppost, drying its armpits. Excellent. A sign here saying you've got to turn right. I don't know about you, but I can't see a right. All will become clear, I hope, as I get nearer. Well, Well, I clearly can't go that way. There's a whole load of orange bollards across. Just spotted it. It's turn right, just under this green bridge. Well signposted, but you can't see the jolly inn. You don't want to go the wrong way, because orange bollards mean weir. Oh, it's another flood lock, so, because we're not in flood, it will be open. There we go. Okay, that was actually quite easy. Says me completely overshooting the flood lock, so now I've got to fight to get straight. Oh my word. Even though it doesn't look like it, there was a bit of flow on the river there. It was trying to push me past the flood lock and over the weir. Well, not quite, to be fair. So in times of flood, these great big gates will be closed, locked, and then you're safe on this part here. That's cool. Always feels nice when you get to a safe bit. Going down in my first lock of the day. We are on the Calder and Hebble navigation and we're heading to Wakefield. Hurrah! What way is still at an angle when we're in locks because there isn't much room between the end of what way and the sill. So I go at an angle to keep me, Wattway and Charlie safe. Looks messy, but it works. That's scary. When we close these gates, I needed to use these steps. So I tied Wattway up to this that has probably been used for about 200 years. It's so cool. There. It's not very big, but you can get a person in. It's an old mine working. Yay. And there's another. So, you bring your coal by horse and cart out of the mine, straight onto a coal barge. These old bridges used to come from the mines.
Construction to improve the River Calder and the River Hebble began in 1759. The initial scheme, which included almost 6 miles of new cuts, was completed in 1770 and it has remained navigable since it was opened.
So, to use a spike, you get the lump of wood, stick it in the hole and pull. Back to Wattway, lock ready. So these things are definitely ground paddles, but they haven't been oiled for a while, so they're jolly stiff. So, this guy Keith, when he was a school kid, he used to help the skippers bring the coal boat from Leeds through to the power station here at Thornhill. Certainly knows what he's doing, bless his cotton socks. Keith, lovely guy. Looks like you're steering it from indoors with a steering wheel. Hi!
Lovely.
Thank you! Busy doing nothing. Excellent name for a boat. Really nice couple out for a walk. And they've said, oh, we've always fancied having a go at a boat, but we don't know what we're doing. So I said, the best way to learn is to actually do it. So he's got a windlass in his hand and having a lovely time. Excellent. Now, that one looks a good pub to visit, the Navigation. Lovely buildings. You can moor right at the end of the garden. Perfect. The board. I can see green at the bottom, so we're good to go. Wow. Castleford, Leeds and Goole. Yes, I want to go to Leeds. That is correct. Excellent. These are all floodgates to protect Wakefield from when the river gets cross. The bridge in the heart of Wakefield. Nice. Look at the size of this lock compared to my poor little boat. You can fit 4 of them in here. Good Lord.
And when I come out of this lock, I'm going to be on the Aire and Calder navigation. Yay! Another new waterway.
Welcome to the Aire and Calder navigation. Going underneath a huge old bridge. And the River Calder has got even wider. It's a bit like being on the Thames. Look at it. Lovely. Going through Broad Reach Floodlock. It says I have to continue this way to go to Leeds. There's an orange light. So it's not red, it's not green, it's orange. But all the markers that I've been looking at has all said green. So I don't know whether I've been very brave and got on orange or that light's just stuck. Don't know. But anyway, we're now going through the floodlock to Broad Reach Lock, Goole and Leeds. Well, I think this is Broad Reach Floodlock, to be fair. So we're heading towards Goole and Leeds. What way just cuts through the water when we're on great big wide stretches. Lovely. You join Charlie and myself as we are leaving a place called Stanley Ferry in West Yorkshire. Jolly popular with boaters. There's lots of residential moorings here and quite a lot of visitor moorings. I was moored just there. Very nice. I was at the end of the towpath so nobody came past. Our first job is a little swing bridge. Our second job is to get rid of our rubbish. And then I'm going to get as close to Leeds as I possibly can. That's the sound of somebody's generator running to charge their batteries. This is an unusual looking boat. I think it's a Dutch barge. I don't know. If anybody knows what sort of boat that is, let me know. And it says built in 1894 on it. Wow. It's lovely. Right, tally-ho to that swing bridge that's right in the middle. So here we have Ramsden Swing Bridge. The big arm that you have to lean on to swing it round. And a locking mechanism to keep it in place. I'm just going to wait for this lady to cross the bridge and then we'll give it a go. Well, that bridge moves really, really easily. Cool. It's moving just with one hand. How cool is that? There's a rubber stopper, thank goodness, because it's running away with me. Right, now the bridge is out the way. Me, Charlie, Whatway and Fudge can trundle our way through the gap. And now, just going to swing it back into place. Walking backwards, leaning on this bar. Slow it down a bit, actually. Charlie, we found a secret shop. Shall we go and have a look? That's so cool. Come on then, little one. Let's go find our boat. Over this little aqueduct and then on to Leeds. When I get to a place called Castleford, I need to turn left. And it says in the map book, don't make the mistake of following the river. You will go over a weir. So I'm rather hoping there's great big orange bollards in the way that will stop me doing that. Stanley Ferry pub coming up on our left. I didn't go there, I walked into Stanley Ferry last night. Oh hello, I'm confused. Oh, Stanley Ferry, you're pretty. I think I came over the wrong aqueduct though. There's two side by side. I couldn't tell which one because I could just see the way with this bridge. I came over it. But there's another one in parallel, and back there it looks like there was a bar across, but there isn't. Oh well, I'll know next time. We're travelling down the Aire and Calder navigation towards Leeds. When I first went on Canal Planner to work out how long it might take me, it said you're going to go 66 miles and you're going to do 121 locks. I've got about 14 to go. I need a long sleep. Absolutely huge lock. Look. I don't know, 6 what ways can fit in here? First lock of the day done. It was an electric one. Worked by some very lovely Canal and River Trust volunteers. They told me that this light is always amber. Amber means it's okay to go. It's either amber or red. I suppose it just makes people be cautious. So I'm going down this river section. There are 2 more locks, and then they are also electric. They're probably also enormous. And then I make sure I turn left towards a place called Lemonroyd, which will get me onto the River Aire. Here we go. First electric lock. Not done one before. Key in. Turn it to on. Right, everything has turned on. Open sluices, open gates, gates open, what? If not illuminated, press open sluices button. 1, 2. There you go, water level light is lit. So now I can press gate open. Cool. Doing it. And I keep my finger on it until that light illuminates. There you go, and in we go. Excellent. What way's pulling on her rope? Oh, what way is slowly sinking? Lovely. Okay, so it is an enormous lock, but it is pretty simple to use. That's a fancy smancy boat. So here we are, trundling down the River Calder. Still the only boat moving. It's lovely. And at some point, there's going to be a left turn onto the River Aire. And that is going to take me to Leeds and River Lock. My left turn is around that corner you can see in the distance. I don't know why I always get so excited excited about turning. Is the matter with me? I think I need to probably get out more. Well, I think this is it coming up. See the White House? Looks like there's a left-hand turn by that White House. Just before it. So I'm going to head that way and hope that is the correct direction. Yeah, it does actually say Leeds on that white sign over there. That is the way you mustn't go. You mustn't go right because there's a weir. Right, okay, I'm correct. Oh my word. I'm on the River Aire. That was weird. You just turn. And it's a different river. Hello, River Aire. I think we'll be fighting the current now, though. Goodness me. It's actually quite exciting. That's the way not to go. That's the way I came from. And this is to Leeds. Marvellous. I didn't know rivers joined like that. That's fab. This is gorgeous. If anybody knows what went on here, I'd love to know. I can't find out any information whatsoever. An Act of Parliament was passed in 1699 to make the River Aire downstream of Leeds navigable, and it became part of the Aire and Calder navigation. A second act extended the navigable river upstream to Bingley, and the second act formed the basis of the Leeds and Liverpool Canal. In the mid-19th century and the late 20th century, the River Aire was completely devoid of fish life downstream of Shipley because of pollution. Efforts have been made to return the river to a good wildlife status, and fish and other wildlife now exist all along the course of the river. This is Lemonroyd Lock, and it is huge. Good Lord. Doesn't feel right working something this big all by myself. This is mad. I get to share, somebody's coming. Thank goodness for that. I've got some help in this enormous lock. This is the biggest lock I have ever seen.
Probably the last one you came down wouldn't have blocked.
Yep.
Be the worst.
Whoa! Geese! That was cool. So here we have it. Come through the biggest lock in the world. Well, scary.
See you later.
Bye! Thanks for your help. I don't know how I would have done that on my own.
No, but we'll look forward to watching ourselves on your next vlog.
Enjoy. Bye.
A beautiful end to a beautiful day.
There's a rowing club here, and apparently, by the look of it, Saturdays is the busy day for rowing. So I'm just going to beat my horn when they get near, so they know I'm there. And off they go. helped by a little. Oh, it's all go on the River Aire, isn't it? We're up, we're dressed, we're washed, and we are leaving Lemonroyd. We've just come through Lemonroyd Lock, there's Lemonroyd Marina, and I'm assuming Lemonroyd is either an area or a town. And we're headed to Leeds. And if all goes well, if that rain that's threatening goes away, we might even get to Leeds today. And then I'll be able to sleep properly. I need to get through River Lock number 1 on the Leeds-Liverpool Canal, and then I can rest and stop and smell the roses. I've nearly done it. What an epic journey. When I first put my journey into the canal planner on the internet, it said you have 66 miles to go and 121 locks. I think I've got about 5 more to do. When you press the open sluices button on this enormous lock, you set this machine going. It opens a little, as a rest, opens a little, as a rest. And that way the water doesn't whoosh out and suck all the boats with it. This is the second lock of the day, and at the first lock there was a boat already going up it, and they said, oh, we'll wait at the next lock for you. Are you going up that one? I said, yes, I am. So I've hot-footed as quickly as I can. The gates are open and they're waiting for me. How sweet is that? Oh, that makes life easier. And there they are. It's called Mongoose. Nice looking boat.
If you go out first, we'll let you go out first as well.
Okay. And then, are you doing the next one?
No.
Right.
Round before the next one.
Okay, all right. The beautiful county of Yorkshire. Tiny Wattway looks in this enormous lock. Good gracious. Wattway and Charlie is coming up. So far so good. So Charlie, what do you think of these enormous locks then? Completely nonplussed. See all those tall buildings in the distance? That's Leeds, that is. I'm nearly there. Bye.
Thanks very much for watching. We're almost at the end of another week's journey. If you've enjoyed the video, please like it and leave a comment, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. All of it really helps. It's the second to last lock on my epic journey. Tomorrow, Lock 1, River Lock on the Leeds-Liverpool. But today we're stopping in Leeds.
Hello, Leeds. Yay. There's even a space just for Wattway. How handy is that?